It's one of the toughest places in the country to try to steal a road win. It's the Pan American Center in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where the Utah State University Aggies take on the Big West leading New Mexico State Aggies. Aggies everywhere. Good evening, everyone. Welcome aboard. I'm Carlton Wing, along with my partner, Barry Hecker. Now, the Utah State Aggies are 3-3 in conference play. New Mexico State is 4-0. When we look at the statistics, we can kind of understand why.
Well, one of the big statistics is Coach McCarthy stresses 20 offensive rebounds and 20 turnovers a game. And if you can do that, that's why you're 11-1.
Now, one of the biggest factors in this game might be the factors that are out of this game, the injuries.
Right. For Utah State, Nate Wickheiser is out with an ankle injury, and he's their leading scorer and rebounder. And then Eric Franson will have to pick up the slack there. And then on the other end, John Dockery is out, and Johnny Selvey and the rest of the New Mexico State team will pick up the slack there.
Now, a couple of quick factors for both of these teams to win this game.
Well, the biggest thing is offensive rebounds and turnovers. If Utah State cannot block out on the boards and cut the turnovers down and also keep the crowd out of the game, they're going to have a long night.
We've got an exciting crowd and an exciting band. We'll be back with an exciting tip-off coming up right after this. Sounds fine. Yeah. Wyatt did start. Back live in the Pan American Center in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's Aggies versus the Aggies. So we take a look at the series record. Utah State does lead it by a narrow margin, 16-15. In this arena in the Pan Am Center, they are 4-9. And I believe the Aggies have won 6 out of the last 7 of New Mexico. Take a look at the starting lineups here. You see where injuries have affected both lineups. Eric Franson normally plays forward, but with the loss of both Brian Ruffner, and Nate Wickheiser, he's moved into the center position. And you saw there Wyatt in for John Dockery.
Also, I think Coach Stacy wants to start 3 guards to try to combat some of this pressure that they're going to be up against here as soon as this tap goes on, because New Mexico State wants to force a very up-tempo game and get the crowd involved, which they're already involved. And it's going to be a good one, and we're looking forward to it.
There's the officials who will have their hands full, as most officials in the Big West do. We've had some exciting ball. I don't know if you caught the UNLV game, New Mexico State game on Monday night. Really keeps your heart pumping. And there's the tip-off. Goes New Mexico State's way. That's Keith Johnson, calls himself KJ. One of 3 players on this New Mexico State team. We've got KJ, PJ, and DJ. We'll try to sort them out for you as the game goes on.
Utah State opens up in a man-to-man defense. Johnny Selvey is very, very strong underneath the basket and plays good with his back to the basket.
John Selvey's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Had a big game against UNLV. Had trouble with their big man, though.
New Mexico State is in their classic 1-1-3 zone defense, which has made McCarthy famous throughout basketball.
And there's the first pick in New Mexico State. Brings the ball down to the other side.
know, they're not real patient on offense, but what they like to do is shoot it and go get it. And there's the box out, and you got to keep them off the boards. Utah State's going to have to slow this game down.
One of the things Coach Eustachy mentioned was he wanted to utilize each of the 35 seconds in the shot clock. Traveling is called. It's another turnover. 2 quick ones on their way, well on their way to the New Mexico State goal.
You got to keep them under 20 or it's a long night. I watched the Vegas game, and New Mexico State's not real patient on offense. They like to throw a lot of backdoor lob plays with dunks on the end to get the crowd into it. There's a post up for Selvey inside. Franson's going to have a long night because Selvey is a very, very strong player inside, and that showed it right there. He's very strong on a post up. Here it is right here. Great position. He seals his man. He's going to drop step. They call a foul before he can get in.
Franson has a lot of weight on his shoulders these days. With the absence of both big men, he's the one that kind of has to muscle him inside and is unable to do so against Selvey. Selvey gets the shot off, misses it, and then knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Utah State ball.
Yeah, Selvey is only 6'6", but he's one of the most active offensive rebounders you'll see in the nation. Out of Christ King School in Chicago. Was one of the top 25 players in the country out of there.
So there's going to be a foul again. DJ Jackson picks up his first personal. Selvey fouled out against UNLV Monday night, but he had 14 points and 10 boards before he did so.
Yeah, he was a big factor in that game.
Jerobi trying to find some room, unable to do so.
Look for New Mexico State to trap in the corners. The ball goes to the corner.
Crowd getting into it. Looks like they're going to nail Selvey. That'll be Selvey's first personal. Well, the crowd really gets into it once they see the defense is going for blood.
Yeah, it's just a loud building, and they've won 80% of their games since it's been open, so it's a tough place to play.
They have 20 wins in a row here in this arena. They certainly love to play here in Las Cruces. Jerobi drives, takes it off the glass and in.
Nice shot. Good mid-range jumper. That's a tough shot in basketball. He's going to be a nice player. He's only a freshman.
Jerobi shot 59% from the floor in his high school days.
Utah State still in a man-to-man. Look for him to try to get it inside. There's the post up. And Selvey with a dunk.
The big jam. That's 4 points.
Franson's going to have to make a choice, Carlton. He's either going to have to play in front of him or behind him, but he can't play alongside of him.
Kemp gets another one off the glass.
Look for him to go back to Selvey again.
Kemp is going to have to start calling those shots. There's Walker. Misses the three. Franson gets the rebound.
Good box out.
Gets it back out to Roddy Anderson. Finds Kemp all the way on the other side of the court.
A lot of teams try to skip it over the zone, but New Mexico State is so quick they can make up ground and cover their areas.
As John Wickheiser trying to move to the basket, he gets hacked.
What I like about Utah State is the big guys are taking it to the hole and they're taking it right to him, and that's good.
That's the second foul on Johnny Selvey. Now we're not even, we're just over 3 minutes into this game. Selvey's picked up 2 fouls.
Post-game report was Selvey had the flu and wasn't feeling real good to start with, but he looked pretty good posting up down on the offensive end.
There's a host of NMSU guys who have just kind of the small nagging injuries that just kind of irritate you. And Selvey does leave the game.
You know, what's amazing to me is they've got 8 junior college players here. And to get all these guys time, because when you recruit a JC kid, he expects to play right away. McCarthy's a magician when it comes to that.
They average about 20 minutes per game, as I understand it. John Wickheiser goes 1 for 2. He's 69% on the year.
Let's see if they go inside again, because it was working real well in the beginning of the game here.
Johnson,
a little motion game.
Loose ball.
They're a little more patient than they were against Vegas, it looks like. There's that inside play.
They get it into Coleman. Nice pass. First 2 points for Coleman on the night. Now he's coming in. He's playing a little injured himself.
Yeah, he's been hurt most of the season, and this is the first game that he's really had a chance to get some minutes.
DJ Jackson.
Look for Utah State to go to a zone if they keep getting hurt inside here pretty soon, because inside play is really hurting them.
There's Coleman, turns around and scores it. And those are his first 2 points. Those earlier 2 did not count. Aggies of New Mexico State with a 6-5 lead over Utah State. We've got 16 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first half.
Aggies starting to press and trap, trying to increase the tempo. Utah State's doing a good job right now holding on to the basketball.
It's it out to Trent Rose, who's a little underman. Nice jumper by Woodard, however, it iron unkind. New Mexico State returns the ball. Keith Johnson driving and with a very acrobatic move, scores it.
I tell you, he's got extreme quickness, and then he's really agile around the hole. That is a big-time move.
8-5, New Mexico State over Utah State.
Utah State's got to use the clock and then make a shot.
John Wickheiser unable to control it. Could have had the easy 2.
Yeah, great position inside, but you got to hang on to the basketball. Got to be very strong on that post-up play.
Keith Johnson picks up his first personal. There's a Coach Eustace calling for the intentional foul. It looks like or something like that. Maybe it's just a defensive play. Or the inbounds play.
This is an inbounds play. And they're going to change their defense, I think, on the other end.
Well, when they use those signals.
You know, what's good is getting fouled. One, keeps the crowd out of the game, and it keeps the game slow. McCarthy's jumping on the officials over here, trying to get this crowd into the game.
1 for 3 early on for John.
McCarthy's led this team to 4 straight NCAA appearances. I say they're ranked number 27 in the country right now. You got to make foul shots.
They come in leading the conference in foul shooting this year. DJ Jackson unable to get the ball off, gets it off to Keith Johnson.
Now Utah State switched defenses in their 2-3 zone, try to keep the middle clogged up. It also slows the game down.
There's Rogers for 3, drains it, and is fouled. A costly foul. Corey Rogers, he's a dangerous 3-point man. He's got 41% of his 3-point shots so far in this season. Nails that one.
He transferred. Here it is right here. He's got great range, left-handed shooter. I don't know why, but all lefties can shoot for some reason. That's a 4-point play.
4-point play. We've got official timeout on the floor. As New Mexico State has jumped out to a 12-5 lead here in the early going. 15 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half.
Corey Rogers
Las Cruces, New Mexico, where New Mexico State has reeled off 8 unanswered points. Utah State once had a 5-4 lead. That is not so anymore. Utah State bringing the ball down now. There's a look at Roddy Anderson.
This is an early key point in the game. Because they got to get on the board here, or else this crowd's going to jump into this game. Bad shot right there.
Kemp got the glass like he's done the last 2 times, unable to find the rim, however. Keith Johnson out to DJ Jackson and back over. DJ for three, and is fouled, and there's going to be another foul from three-point land. You certainly don't want to do that. That's Kemp picking up the foul. That's his first personal.
There's a freshman for you. You know, it's one thing to have a guy shoot a three-pointer, as we're looking at here, but it's crazy to foul the guy. And Kemp is 5 inches shorter than the player he's trying to block the shot on.
DJ
which
Jackson
makes coaches go crazy. Stacy's going to have gray hair after this game.
Jackson normally hits 67% of his free throws. Missed the first one there.
Clifton, if they have a Achilles heel, it's going to be foul shooting. They only shoot 56% as a team. Although I noticed in the Vegas game at the end, they were pretty tough at the line, but that's the thing they're going to have to improve on if they really want to become a good team.
And Coach McCarthy, when he wrote his master's thesis,
that's right. He
did it on free throw shooting.
Evidently, the players forgot to read it this year.
14-5 is the score, a 10-0 run in favor of New Mexico State. Trying to put Utah State out early, but Trent Rose drives, gets it to Kemp, who lets it loose with an acrobatic move himself, nails it. Those are the first 2 points Utah State's seen in a while. 14-7 is the score now.
That could have easily been a foul. Still in a 2-3 zone. Here comes Rogers with the bomb. Well, he's got a sweet stroke there.
And look out for Rogers.
He's standing closer to the sideline in the three-point line. That's NBA range. We've got a lot of weapons outside and inside.
Roddy Anderson got a foot as Corey Rogers stuck his foot in Roddy Anderson's way.
That's called a foot steal.
Yeah. New Mexico State has the ball now. Rogers again for three. That's the back of the iron there. Rose got knocked back.
Nice rebound by Rose. Good box out. You know, the thing you got to remember on a three-point shot is the rebound is usually going to come long, and you got to make plans for that. You got to box out away from the basket. You can't get caught underneath the basket.
Ron Coleman picked up a foul there. That's the 5th team foul called against New Mexico State. 13:43 left in the first half. 17-7. New Mexico State out in front of Utah State. Roddy drops it down to Trent Rose. Franson trying to find some room underneath, unable to do it, but John Wickheiser tips it in.
Nice follow through. Got a sub in the game. McCoy's in at the point for Johnson. We got like 3 point guards on this team. It's amazing how much depth he brings in. Jarrett's a good outside shooter.
PJ nails this one.
Jarrett was not too far from Logan. He got recruited out of Southern Idaho. He's a good standstill shooter.
34% from three-point line. Gets in the way of that pass. Another turnover in favor of New Mexico State. There's Coleman. Nails that one.
Need a timeout here. You can't let this game get too spread.
And we do have a timeout. 12:51 remain. You can hear the crowd getting into this one. That's why people are afraid to play in this arena. As we watch again, Ron Coleman nailing his 5th point here as New Mexico State pulls out to a 22-9 lead. Back in a moment right after this. Looking good.
Shooting the ball really well from the field.
Yeah.
Ask them what their percentage is.
Okay, I know 3-point. They're 3 of 5.
Yeah.
Back in Las Cruces, New Mexico State out in front 22-9. We can see why the shooting percentage for New Mexico State. They're at 67%, and from three-point land, they're 3 of 6.
They're 8 for 12 from the field and 3 for 6. They don't even have to worry about an offensive rebound because everything's going in the hole.
They normally shoot 33%.
They're staying in that 1-1-3 zone They like to trap out of it. They're extremely quick.
Woodard has it knocked away by Coleman. McCoy tries to get away, and Woodard knocks it back. And McCoy will put it back in control for New Mexico State. Out from three-point land, just off the mark, and it looked like it was tipped in by Roddy Anderson almost.
Yeah, Jared got his hand on it though, and everything's going right for New Mexico State right now. Against this zone, you can't throw over the top because they're so quick.
Woodard drives, banks it off the glass. No luck.
Heads up. Rogers looked like he was in a triple jump that time. Came right over us and into the stands.
Maybe
Great hustle.
Some of the Olympic hopefuls here.
You know, what works good against the zone is dribble penetration, but the problem is Utah State had knocked the shot downs after the penetration. Here's Rogers with his triple jump.
Atlanta's only 2 years away.
Utah State's back in man-to-man defense now, trying to mix their defenses. Jarrett's good outside shooter.
White with the knuckleball. Be out of bounds. Back over to Utah State.
You know, even though they don't get the rebound, they get their hands on almost every offensive rebound. It's just amazing.
11:37 left in the first half here. Aggies of New Mexico State 24. Aggies of Utah State still at 9. That's going to be an over and back violation as Roddy Anderson lost control of the dribble under the pressure from Coleman.
Well, I don't know if he lost control or the ball was tipped. I thought the ball was tipped.
Yeah, it was tipped. And then he
if it comes
the ball
off the
crossed
defensive
the line.
player, he can pick it back up. All right, Utah State's back in man-to-man.
Here's a look at the early turnovers. 6 to Utah State, 6 costly ones. There's Rodney Walker, the first 2 of the night for Rodney. He averages 8.5 a game.
They call him Sky Walker, Carlton. The guy had 34 rebounds in a JC game.
Everybody named Walker who's any good is nicknamed Sky Walker.
There's a skip pass again.
There's a three-point try from Jerobi. Trent Rose in good position to get the rebound, surrounded by 3 Aggies of New Mexico State. Gets it back out front to John Wickheiser, who's fouled.
That's a nice pass. Real good look inside by Anderson. You know, Utah State's not a real good shooting perimeter team, so if they're forced to take jump shots, you know, they got a tough time. But that was an excellent pass.
Put John Wickheiser back on the line. Ron Coleman just picks up his second foul. Wickheiser's only 1 of 4 so far in the early going from the free throw stripe.
McCarthy likes to work the officials over. He's over on the sideline here having a little discussion. I think it's on his master thesis on foul shooting or something.
There's a look at John. Finds the rim on that one.
You know, the loss of Nathan Wickheiser really puts Coach Hugh Stacy at a disadvantage because he's, you know, his best scorer and rebounder, and takes away a big weapon for him, makes it really tough on him.
They're kind of trying to rely on that inside game, and they weren't shooting very many three-point shots. They're not successful at all. They're last in the conference in three-point shooting, and when you take away that inside game, you kind of compete one-on-one with what New Mexico State's putting up against you.
And if you're forced to shoot the jumper, you know, you live and die by it, and a lot of times you're going to die by it. There it goes inside again. Ooh, good defensive play by Wickheiser that time.
Out of bounds call. New Mexico State will get it again.
Well, I was going to say we haven't seen a lob, and they tried to lob it, and Utah State did a good job of defending the lob.
There's it. Anderson skies for the rebound. Looks like he was fouled just as he grabbed that rebound. Only 2 players for Utah State have scored so far in this game. Jerobi Kemp and John Wickheiser, the only 2 that have put the ball in the hole so far. 11 points for Utah State. Ron Coleman picks up his 3rd foul, gets a little foul trouble himself.
I tell you, fatigue is never a problem for New Mexico State because they're just so deep on the bench.
Roddy Anderson shooting 60% from the free throw line so far this year. And misses the front end of the 1-and-1 there. And misses the dunk. Thomas Wyatt misses the dunk. It's a good thing he's playing in front of his hometown fans.
Kemp just had a really nice acrobatic play there where he took some contact and went to the hole. He's going to be a very nice player. He's done a good job. He's keeping his poise for a freshman. Utah State fell asleep on that last play on the foul shot. They forgot to run back, and they gave up a dunk, but he missed it.
Kemp's got 7 points on the night, having made 1 free throw earlier in the early going.
You know, if you're going to look for a positive, at least the young kids get to play, and Kemp, who's a freshman this year, will get a lot of good playing experience. See if Utah State can climb back in it. They got to get a couple stops on the defensive end.
I don't think those were supposed to be targets behind the line there. John Wickheiser comes up with the rebound off of this free throw. Trent Rose fakes the 3 and travels doing so. Another turnover. Gets the ball back to New Mexico State. 26-12. New Mexico State over Utah State. Junzi Cotton coming into the game for the first time tonight.
From Chapel Hill. That's great basketball country. That's an excellent recruit to get a kid like that out of North Carolina.
Good water must be run in North Carolina there.
Had some big games for him last year. At the end of the year, he had some real good scoring games.
Trying to find that shot again. He was once in junior college 45% from three-point land. They'd like to see him find that shot once more.
New Mexico State's done a real good job of showing a little poise here and patience. Much better than the Vegas game. In the Vegas game, they come down in 1 pass and crank it up.
Junzi picks up his first rebound. Gets it down to Roddy. Junzi almost pushed out of bounds by Wyatt. Wickheiser trying to find some room underneath, and he gets fouled. Looks like they're going to call that against Jarrett. Yes.
You know, on this offense, Utah State's playing a 1-1-3 defense, and what happens is when the ball is passed to the corner, the short corner where Wickheiser just received the ball is always open. And Utah State's done a good job of getting the ball there, and then you just got to convert the play.
It's Wickheiser, 3 of 6 on the line in the early going. Make that 4 of 7. He's getting plenty of opportunities here at the charity stripe.
Another left-hander with a nice stroke.
John,
see what kind of defense Utah State's in this time. Well, still man-to-man.
26-14.
Selby's back in the game.
Left in the first half here.
Let's see if they go for the post-up. Yep, there it is.
It works. Selby pulls down his 6th point.
I'll tell you, Selby is posting up France, and it's like a man playing with a boy right now.
Branson gets double teamed immediately as soon as he lets it go, but finds a way to the basket. Unable to make the shot drop, however. Keith Johnson brings it down for New Mexico State.
Look for the post up again. Here it is right here. Give and go. Good play.
Kemp's got the ball on the floor, and he calls timeout before they're able to get the jump ball situation. One official signaled jump ball, the other one signaled timeout, and Kemp was calling for the timeout.
The question is who had possession? If he had possession, it's
Utah State, their second.
Oh, Utah State's got possession.
We'll take a break. 8 minutes, 47 seconds left in this first half. New Mexico State's doubled up Utah State, 28-14.
Here's the play right here.
After this.
Post up. What's he looking for?
I don't know. I couldn't tell what the prize was. All right. Just Jazz, not 2 as well.
Is that Olajuwon or Sampson?
Back in Las Cruces, 8 minutes 47 seconds left in the first half. We want to remind you that Saturday night at 6 we've got live coverage of Utah Jazz basketball as the Jazz take on Akeem Olajuwon. The Rockets, Houston Rockets, right here on KJAZ 14.
Substitution for the Aggies, Dwayne Bradbury replaces Keith Johnson.
Watching this game, boy, I'll tell you, McCarthy really works the officials. He's talked to all three times already. We only got 8:36 left in the first half.
And I'm sure he's not asking them where they're going for dinner after the game.
No, or what their golf game is either.
Did you see any out on the course today? There's Roddy Anderson in traffic. Gets 2, his first 2 of the night. Utah State with 16 points.
Now we've had 3 point guards from New Mexico State. Here's the third, Bradbury. And he's got excellent credentials, came out of JC.
Dwayne Bradbury had kind of a rough time against UNLV. Selvey finds room underneath, gets fouled.
Number 11, Roddy Anderson.
Johnny Selvey here posted up again. Is from the College of Eastern Utah. Played there last year.
Johnny Selvey at the line to shoot.
Was one of the top 100 players out of high school.
Selvey is nicknamed Chocolate Thunder. Now there was.
I can see why. Chocolate Thunder. That's my man, Daryl Dawkins.
Everybody's reusing these nicknames. Here's Franson.
Selvey, he's got a touch like. He's not gifted at the foul line.
44%.
Boy, I tell you, when he gets around the basket, look out.
Bradbury showing some quickness there. Steps in the way of that pass. It goes out of bounds back to Utah State. 7 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first half. Junesy takes one away, goes another, gets it down to Franson low. And Franson finds the rim.
That's what I was telling you, Carlton. There's that short baseline post area where you can get the ball, and then he made a nice move to the basket and scored. That's open all night. Now they're back in the zone because Selvey's killing him inside. It's a knuckleball. The wind must have blown right because that ball dropped in. Boy, that's an awful looking shot.
First 2 points for Wyatt on the night. And it's back out to a 14-point lead, 32-18. New Mexico State out in front.
Wyatt played his first year at Utah for Rick Majerus.
Transferred over.
Oh, nice play.
Nice.
Great play by Cotton.
Franson, 4th point on the night.
Utah State's doing a good job attacking the zone. They just got to hit a few more shots. Big thing is stop them on defense.
Yeah.
Back in that 2-3 zone now.
Traditionally, Utah State does a good job of holding opponents down to low scoring figures. As you see DJ try and fail at a 3-point shot. Out to Cotton, a foul. Looked like it could have been called right in front of us. Cotton looking for somebody to give away to. Franson hit by Bradbury. Get it back out front. Cotton fakes the 3. Double team, gets it back out to Franson. Nice pass inside, but unable to hang on to it is John Wickheiser.
That short post play again.
6 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first half.
Utah State in the 2-3 zone. What's interesting is when they go to the zone, then they don't try to get Selvey on a post up, and they shoot perimeter shots, which is what Coach Drew Stason wants. See if they can get it inside again.
Bradbury for 3. Drains it. His first 3 points of the night. He is 25% from 3-point land. Hasn't shot all that much. That was only his 5th 3-pointer of the season. But it puts the New Mexico State Aggies up by 15. 35-20, 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. Cotton open for 3. Finds the back of the iron. Pulled down by Walker.
When the ball's in the corner, that skip pass is open also. But then you got to knock the jump shot down.
New Mexico State is spreading around the luxury here of scoring. 9 New Mexico State players have scored, only 4 for Utah State. As the Aggies come up with the ball, John Wickheiser up, gets it out to Cotton.
There's that skip pass again. Another skip pass.
Roby, he'll take the 3-point attempt. Front of the iron, Franson with a rebound. Franson puts it up off the glass, overshoots it.
Heads up.
gets the rebound. That looks like that could have hurt. Junzi Cotton gets the ball finally. Walker gets back in the game and gets the steal. Takes it right away from Junzi Cotton. 2-on-2. Bradbury pulls up for the three-point shot and drains it.
That's a great steal. He came right out of the stands, jumped over the table, and got the steal. And the crowd loved that. I didn't see them work on that on the shoot-around today.
That must have been what they worked on during their closed practice.
Right,
Here,
when
the
they
crowd
made us
getting
leave.
into this.
Crowd's been pretty quiet up to this point.
Franson underneath.
Great move.
Silences the crowd with his 6th point of the night.
Oh, that was a great move. Took one dribble, reversed it, scooped it up to the hole. Franson's a nice player. So you combine him with Wickheiser and you got a nice little inside game.
Franson, a 2-time All-State player for the American Fort Cavemen. Selvey wide open for the dunk. Nice feed from Tom Wyatt. That's his 10th point of the night. Selvey.
Say when he goes to the hole, boy, he goes strong. Yeah, you're holding him. McCarthy's crying on that, and that's an obvious hold.
Number 44, DJ Jackson.
DJ Jackson picks up his second personal.
Personal count, team foul on the
3 minutes, 41 seconds left.
Utah State is into the 2-shot phase at the moment.
I don't know if you can hear the PA announcer as loud as we can. That's Chris Putnam doing the PA here at Pan American Center. They're in the double bonus right now. 2 shots going to Jerobi Kemp. Now he's a pretty good foul shooter, 74% from the line. He has 7 points on the night, trying to add to that. He's been a good go-to man so far for Utah State as they're trying to stay in this one. He gets his 8th point, second free throw.
Looks like he's a little winded. He's taking his time, taking a couple breaths.
A look at Jerobi, already eclipsed his points per game average. He has 8 so far. As he eyes, skies, and buys. We've got a timeout. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in this game. New Mexico State out in front by 16. New Mexico State 40, Utah State 24. We'll be back in a moment right after this. Oh, 9 and 2.
9 and 2.
Okay.
Talk about, after you finish the promo, you know, we talked about the 20 and 20.
Yeah.
You got 9.
Okay.
As far as, you're not going to get 20 offensive rebounds because they're making too many shots.
Yeah. Bring that up. What's that? Always amazes me how they can do that. Back live in the Pan American Center, Carlton Wing along with Barry Hecker. 40-24 is the score. We want to remind you that Saturday night at 9 o'clock, right after Utah Jazz basketball, join us for more Utah State University basketball live from the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. The Aggies take on the UNLV Runnin' Rebels right here on KJAZ 14.
You know, Carlton, we talked at the top of the show about the 20 and 20. And they're not going to get that many offensive rebounds because they're shooting 61%, but they've got 9 turnovers. They forced Utah State into 9 turnovers, so they're, you know, one more and they're halfway there for their goal.
As you saw down at the bottom of your screen, New Mexico State shooting the lights out so far. And Utah State has nothing to shrug about. 47% isn't too bad. Able to capitalize on a New Mexico State miss. Utah State with the ball down low. Trent Rose tried to get it out to John Wickheiser. They find Junzi across court. Jerobi, he'll spot up. That's a 2-point shot. 2-point basket for Jerobi.
You know, you cut the turnovers down to 4 or 5. When you got 9, that's a possible 18 points, and that's basically the difference in the game. Because they've done a decent job on the defensive board, and when they have missed.
They have kind of been even up here in the last about 10 minutes of this game. There's Roddy Anderson driving, unable to get it, went off with his right hand. New Mexico State with a nice save. That was DJ Jackson.
There's Rogers, a three-point shooter. Well, I tell you what a tough combination would be is you put Rogers and Selvey in the low post on the same side of the floor, and you got the three-point shooter and you got the strong post-up player, and boy, that'd be tough to guard either one of those guys.
John Wickheiser picks up his second
There's
foul.
Rogers right here. I just imagine if Selvey was down there, boy, you'd have a tough time guarding either one of those guys.
2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first half. 40-26. New Mexico State out in front.
New Mexico State in their motion game against Utah State's man-to-man.
Nice quick move there by Corwin Woodard.
If you notice, when Utah State goes man-to-man, New Mexico State goes motion and looks to get the ball inside. When Utah State goes zone, then they look to shoot the ball more from the perimeter.
Here's a good look at Larry Eustace, 6 and 8 here on his first year with Utah State. 2 minutes, 12 seconds and counting. Out to Keith Johnson. Works it down low to Coleman. Trying to find
post
DJ.
play again.
Jarrett out front. He does find DJ.
Another post play.
Turns, spins. No go. Fire back out to Corwin. There's Junzi for three. Unable to find it. John Wickheiser tried to tip it in. 1:46 left in the first half. 40-26 is still the score. Pass behind the
Nice
intended
steal.
man.
I think Utah State's got to slow the game down. They're going to start getting caught up in this pace, and they're going to get blown out of here.
Trent dishes it off to Junzi. Double, triple pump.
Nice
No go.
rebound by Wickheiser.
John looked like he was hit out of bounds to go back to Utah State.
Ball's out of bounds to Utah State.
McCarthy, he's coaching and refereeing. He was pointing down the other way. Pretty soon he'll be playing in the band.
Yeah. I wonder if Neal's got a black and white striped shirt on under his suit coat. There's a look. He's got good form there, though. Neal's got a little officiating in him left. John Wickheiser has left the game. Now he's coming back. Franson was just about to step in. I'm not sure what the matter was. I thought maybe it was like a cut on the face or something like that. All is back. 1:23 seconds left in the first half. 40-26 still the score. Rose dishes across.
There's that skip pass back and over again.
Oh, and a nice steal. Keith Johnson.
Look for the dunk.
And he can't get control as Roddy got in his way on his way up. Fans wanted a foul, but it sounded like all ball. Double team. Kemp in trouble. Gets it down to Wickheiser.
There's that short.
John with a nice spin
Oh,
move.
nice shot.
Almost dropped. Nice spin underneath for John Wickheiser.
That was good execution that time by Utah State. There's that short mid-post. Here it is right here. So he's on that baseline mid-post area. Nice spin move. That was a real nice play by Wickheiser.
They called the foul
There it
on
is.
Jarrett. Now let's see if we can find Jarrett in this.
Boy, that was a little ticky-tack there.
Anyway, it's his third personal. Wickheiser, there's a look, averaging 4.5 points again. He's already got 7 in this one. And most of it's been from the free throw line. He's kind of been hot and cold. He made his first one, missed about
He
3 or
didn't look
4.
too good on that one. You know, Utah State, I guess they're a little intimidated by the building, and they just don't look real confident right now because they've gotten good shots, and you know, the turnovers have hurt them, but really, they could be even closer than this.
52 seconds left in this first half as Wickheiser misses them both. That's Woodard underneath. He gets the rebound, and Wickheiser tips it back in. 9 points on the night for Wickheiser. 43 seconds left in the first half. 40-28. New Mexico State out in front. Wouldn't it be nice for Utah State to pull it to within 10 here in the closing moments of the half?
Would. I don't see Utah. Yeah, I knew his shot was going to go up. I can't see him.
Coleman for 3 makes that kind of tough.
Well, Coleman's been out the first part of this season, and he's making up for lost time.
20 seconds left in the first half. Coleman has 7 points on the night. Woodard driving down low. That's Walker on him. Wickheiser. 13 seconds. 12. Anderson out front. He drives. and loses the ball. New Mexico State picks it up. Ball's loose again. 5 seconds remain. Keith Johnson, it's going to be up to him with 1 second remain. Is unable to make it drop. So that's our halftime score, 43-28. We're going to kick it back to the studios. Craig Hislop is waiting after this break with the KJazz halftime report. New Mexico State out in front by 15, 43-28. Back after halftime.
What are we going to do at half?
They go back for 2 breaks in Salt Lake City. They'll come back to us. I don't think we're going to have more than about a minute before the second half starts.
Guy, what do you got going at half? Setting up for something.
Well, they'll come back to us for probably about like a minute, minute and a half, and then they should go to a break and then come back.
So we need some stats at halftime.
I had Woodard in at number 2. Is that what you had?
What's that?
Corwin Woodard as his jersey number?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing number 15.
Oh.
And that messed me up for about 10 minutes.
I didn't even notice that.
I kept saying, who is that guy?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, these young ladies, ages 5 through 18, are instructed to cheer and dance by the National Cheerleading Association. Please welcome.
So what are we going to talk about?
Well,
We need turnovers.
yeah.
They got 10. They got at least 10. I think it might be 11.
We should have some stats by the time they get back to
Okay.
us. Let's see. We got Kemp for 2, 4, 6, 8 points. John Wickheiser with 9. Selvey with 10. Rogers with 6. Coleman with 7.